Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. We are rolling right along to Saturday, week 4 of August 1987. We just finished up a tour date in Chicago, and tonight we are heading to Denver with tour date number 78. Before we go over that card, we discussed something last episode where Tom Zenk is realistically no longer with the WWF at this point. I am going to show you folks, if you don't know already, how to make these adjustments yourself. You'll go to the game settings and add new player. I played this game for months before I realized you could actually do this. So I look up Vince McMahon. There he is. There's Vince McMahon. I'm going to play as this character. Obviously, I don't care about the user talents. I'm just going in there to make some edits. So I'm going to play as owner. Yes. There we go. Now, Vince McMahon is also in this game as a user-controlled character. All right, but we're still remaining as the AWA. So when I press advance, it should give us the screen for the WWF. Okay, it's telling us we can play as the WWF, and we're going to. So here I am now as Vince McMahon. Here's my roster. Let's look up Tom Zenk. There's Tom Zenk. Tom Zenk had quit the WWF on his own. We are going to release him because that's the only way we can do it in the game. So, I guess I made this where Rick Martel didn't like him even though they were tag partners. But that happened after Tom Zenk flaked out and just quit. But that's okay. So we are going to release him. Tom Zenk is now gone from the WWF. Okay, I will look up for a further episode when Strikeforce got together because I can't remember exactly when they united and started tagging. So we'll look into that for another episode. But we do have all these stupid stables in the WWF, right? So we're going to go ahead and delete the stupid stable. And I'm also going to turn stables off so no other stupid stables are created. So stables are off. The Heenan family and the Harts should remain. And they do. Good. Okay, so we went ahead and removed them. Let's look at the stupid tag team names they have too. All right. There's no reason for Race and Hercules to be called Next Wave. How about we call them Hercules and Race? I have nothing against them tagging together. They're both members of the Heenan family. Perfectly cool. But what a stupid name. Okay, Strike Force is already tagging here. So that's cool. That's really cool. The Backroom Boys. Nobody cares about this team. Delete. Now, who's the Jet Set? Because that was a legit team name. Oh, that's the great team of Jesse Cortez and Frankie DeFalco. Guess what? Delete. The Psycho Ward. Look at that great team of Pafo and Sam Cody. Guess what? Delete. Stupid. Okay. Everything else looks okay to me. Let's take a look at their title situation. Ricky Steamboat's still the the Intercontinental Champion. Fabulous Moolah is the Women's Champion, which they said she held the belt for. There it is at the bottom. All those years. Wow. Hulk Hogan is still the heavyweight champion with my favorite belt of all time, the Hogan 86 belt. And the World Tag Team Champions are Junkyard Dog and San Martino. Okay, this is stupid. I'm not a fan of them being the tag champions because San Martino was a very limited wrestler here. So we're not too far off on schedule here, but the Strike Force actually won the tag title from Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, and then they lost it to Demolition at WrestleMania 4. So we are going to make Strike Force the tag team champion team. So we're going to get Rick Martel place. And Tito San Martino. I'm sorry. Tito Santana. There we go. Okay, so Strike Force is now the tag champ. There is no history of San Martino and Junkyard Dog with the tag title. In real life, Strike Force did defeat the Hart Foundation for the tag title, so we're looking good. The only other thing we're going to do here is we're going to make Strike Force look like a team. And we are going to give Rick Martel the Strike Force look. And that was when they were wearing those Strike Force t-shirts. So there it is. So now we have Strike Force together. It's not an alter ego. And let's take a look back at them. Look at that. Matching team. Excellent. So we have the WWF all straightened out here. No more stupid stables. No more stupid tag teams, and no more stupid tag champions. So now we've accomplished all we want to do here on this Saturday. We're going to leave the game. Now this means Vince McMahon is out of the game. This, folks, if you didn't know already, is how you go in and make changes to other promotions that you see necessary. We went over this before with Jerry Jarrett. I showed you how to do it to go ahead and get the agreement that we needed to get Jerry Lawler. So sometimes you got to go into the other players and do things like this. Let's take a look at the backstage incidents. Alex Knight, he's so fun and cheerful to be around. And let's see Bockwinkel and Benninghaus. Remember, Benninghaus is doing enhancement matches for us, and Bockwinkel takes him as a protege. Well, you couldn't find a better person to learn from. Let's see who's absent. Mike Graham, Mike Richards. All right, nobody that's going to hurt us on this card. So, we are due in Denver, Colorado. So we're going to Mid-South. And we're going to draw between 3 and 4,000. So let's set it up for 3 and 5. And we know that we should have, there it is, Araria, the Araria Event Center, which is what we were looking for. We're going to pick it. We are in Denver, live and in living color. And let's take a look at our card and let's break it down. Vivian Vachon is going to battle Sherry Martel for the World Women's title. The Guerrero brothers are going to battle the Russians. We are going to change this one up. We are going to make this into a 6-man tag match. Ali Khan is going to battle the Assassin. We are going to go ahead and take the Assassin and pair him with the Guerrero brothers against the Russians and Ali Khan. We'll see who wins. We're going to leave LKC against Jerry Lawler. We're going to add an additional match here, and we'll have some fun. We'll see what we're going to do. We're going to have Greg Gagne take on Billy Robinson once again. We're going to have Iron Sheik battle Ray Stevens, Colonel De Beers against Sergeant Slaughter. They got a nice feud going. And our big main event is McDaniel and Von Raschke versus Rose and Summers. So let's get going. Vivian Vachon versus Sherry Martel, 10 minutes. And as we know, we have a full 8-match card for this one. Now, Vivian Vachon is cold. Need to get her heated up. We need to get her a win over Sherry. Sherry is so hot that losing by DQ is not going to hurt her. We've used this DQ finish before for these two, just not in Denver. So there we go. Vivian Vachon's going to get the win by DQ. The Guerrero brothers, again, we said we're going to put Khan and the Guerrero brothers. I'm sorry, Assassin and the Guerrero brothers versus Khan and the Russians. The connection with Khan and the Russians would be that all three are managed by Sheikh Adnan LKC. The humor of this is the Russians are tagging with a guy that's allegedly from Afghanistan, and the Soviet Union is at war with Afghanistan in 1987. So the only thing we can think of is that Ali Khan is a communist Afghan and is siding with his Soviet friends in this 6-man tag match, yet they are still managed by an Arab sheik. Gather that all in your brain if you can. I'll wait. All right, Assassin is going to tag with Chavo and Hector. You know who's going to be putting in the work in this one. It ain't going to be the 48-year-old Assassin. They're going to battle Ali Khan, Boris Zhukov, and Soldat Ustinov. The workhorse of this match by far for the heel side is going to be our man Boris Zhukov, who I think very highly of. This is a 12-minute match. Versus Khan and the Russians. We're going to make this a 14-minute match, and we'll make the filler match a 12-minute match. So we'll leave this one open-ended. We'll see who's going to win. Now, we are going to add a match in here. Do we want to take a match from another card and plug it in? Does that make sense to do just for something different, or do we mix it up? Let's mix this one up. Let's get Bob Backlund some action. Okay. Versus Backlund. So let's put Bob Backlund in there. And who do we want Bob Backlund to wrestle? Let's take a look at our heel wrestlers, and let's have some fun with this one. So we know our main event is Rose and Summers. Let's have Bob Backlund take out Buddy Wolf. That's a nice win for Bob Backlund. Buddy Wolf does not need the win. He's at the tail end of his career. We'll keep getting Buddy Wolf some wins on TV, but that's about it. Plus, Buddy Wolf had the world's worst facial hair. He had blonde, patchy mustache thing. Just was not a good look. He was not a bad wrestler, though. We've talked about him before. All right, Bobby Backlund's going to get the win in this added match. LKC versus Lawler. We know what the finish of that one's going to be. We continue to build and build and build Jerry Lawler. And there is Jerry Lawler. And the winner is Lawler. Lawler had an interesting thing going back then. Although he was the AWA, he was a babyface in the AWA, he would still catch heat in certain towns. So I'd imagine in Denver he'd probably be okay. But some of the Midwestern towns, and by Midwest I mean real Midwest, like Chicago and stuff, he still caught some heat. Sort of put Gagne up against Billy Robinson again. These two have put on excellent matches. I think that's a 14-minute match. We'll double check. I don't care again who wins this one. Both these men are doing well. And let's double check that it's a 14-minute match. It is. The next one goes up to 16. Let's change this up. Let's give this one 16 minutes. And Sheik and Stevens, who are both older. Not to say Gagne and Robinson aren't, but so Iron Sheik versus Stevens. We'll give this match 14 minutes. Remember, Ray Stevens is technically semi-retired at this point. We'll leave this one open-ended. We'll let the computer decide who wins. It doesn't matter to me. Iron Sheik is hot off of TV. So that's the only thing. De Beers versus Slaughter, 18 minutes. And I don't care who wins this one, and I guarantee you the computer goes with Sergeant Slaughter. So Colonel De Beers has lost quite a bit to Sergeant Slaughter on the tours, but he's doing very well on TV. So it's not hurting him. He's got hot momentum. He's doing well. And our main event, we are going to have, I almost did it again. Did you see that? Let's go here right over to McDaniel and Von Raschke versus Rose and Summers. I want Rose and Summers to go over in Colorado here. We're going to have them go a full 30. And we are going to put Doug Summers over. It's going to be an epic, and he's going to cheat to win. And we're going to knock that back down to 25 minutes. Von Raschke and McDaniel are definitely older here. So there we go. We got this one booked up. We're getting the yellow flag here. So that's telling us somebody's probably refereeing too much. And it is. Marty Miller is refereeing too much. So let's slow him down here. I think I just clicked on Marty Miller again. So okay, we are good to go here. We're just over 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes for a show. Perfect time for an AWA show. Again, we are in Denver, Colorado, and we got a fun card for him here. Let's start the show. That's a nice score, 62. Vivian Vachon wins by DQ. All right. The Assassin and the Guerreros defeated the Afghan and the Russians, managed by an Arab Sheik. So Guerrero wins with the Chavo, wins with the German suplex. Nice. That's a nice score. These guys are getting over. Let's take a look at what the drawback is. So we got some inconsistencies, which I have no idea how to fix. And Ali Khan is penalized for chemistry. Fades due to manager. What on earth does that mean? We're going to make a note of this. Fades due to manager. Does that mean I've seen overwhelmed by manager? But what the hell is fades due to manager? If any of you know what this is, please leave a comment below and let me know, because I have never heard that before. All right, we're moving right along here. Buddy Wolf and Bobby Backlund get a 72. Backlund doesn't even give him the crossface chicken wing. He gives him the atomic drop. You know what? That atomic drop is garbage. We're going to get rid of it. I want to see that crossface chicken wing every time because it is dominating and it is awesome. All right, Jerry Lawler wins with his patented pile driver. Jerry Lawler with a 92 in the Mid-South. Very nice, very nice. 82 overall. Good, good score. Greg Gagne gets the win over Billy Robinson. This one went okay, a 67 for him. Sheik and Stevens. And Sheik wins with the Boston Crab. We are dropping the Boston Crab also. I want to see the camel clutch. Get rid of Boston Crab for Iron Sheik. The other reason is that Mike Graham is using the Boston Crab. We don't need two heels using the same finisher. All right. De Beers beats Slaughter. Wow. That's the last thing I expected. Cool. Very cool. And our main event gets a respectable 83 in the Mid-South region. Very nice. Let's see what the drawbacks on this one were. See if there's anything besides McDaniel and Von Raschke being old. And it looks like that's about it. So this is not bad. Let's see if we get some gains, although we might be maxed out from our TV exposure. This was not a bad card. Yeah, we're maxed out. 81 overall. Folks, we're putting on some pretty darn good tour matches here. In fact, we're going to compliment Buddy Rose. And we're going to compliment Doug Summers. And we're going to give a pat on the back to Bobby Backlund for coming in on this one and having some fun. This was not intended. Buddy Rose. I always click the wrong thing and sometimes I don't catch it. Good performance. Praised for great performance. All right. Everybody is pleased, and I'm pleased. Fred Sparta, I had to put him into the game. He was a referee for International Wrestling Federation. I could not find a picture for him. I can almost always find pictures in YouTube videos or just in a plain old Google search. I could not find a picture for him. It irritated me. So let's take a look at our notes here. Championship Wrestling, very nice. 1.2 million viewers. There's our notes for Vince McMahon leaving and Vince McMahon being in. Okay, so we are going to take care of Backlund and the Sheik right here and now. So we are going to find his moveset. There's his moveset. Okay. The atomic drop, we're getting rid of it. Crossface chicken wing is it. I want to see more crossface chicken wing. I'm not playing around, Bobby. You are the man. We are digging you here in the AWA. More crossface chicken wing. As a matter of fact, if we bring in Brad Rangans, Bob Backlund may just have to do a heel turn for us and feud with Brad Rangans. I'm talking crazy, I know, but I think I'm going to give a shot at signing Brad Rangans here. So we do the same thing for Sheiky Baby here, and we're going to edit his moveset, and that Boston Crab is out of here, and the Camel Clutch is the big finisher. Now the question is the Camel Clutch in the moveset? I bet you it's not, which means I won't be able to edit it back in. Oh, it is. It is. It's in there. Good. So, Camel Clutch, finisher. And Sheiky Baby is solid. Now, Sheiky did do a wicked belly-to-belly suplex. We could put that in there for... No, I'm not going to do it. I want to see the Camel Clutch. This is the AWA in 87. I want to see it. Okay. We're going to try to do another thing here, which may get rejected, but I want to try to lock up Sheiky Baby for a year on a written deal. So 43 grand a month for Sheik is ridiculous when he's only working 2 times a week for us. So that if he signs this deal, that's not what we're going to pay him. We're going to make it realistic. But I want to see if we can't keep him because I got a feeling Crockett's going to try to steal him. Even though, the guy just got arrested for cocaine. But let's try to get him on a exclusive written. We may get blocked because of our friendship with the WWA, but it's worth a shot. Let's try to get him for a year. And we're going to make a move for Rangans right here and now. And we are not going to get him. He's not going to leave. Realistically, he's not going to leave. He's not even with New Japan here. How is he not with New Japan? Wow. All right, we are going to go after Brad Rangans because he belongs with us in the AWA, his home. And we're going to give him all that, exclusive written. We're going to do it. Got to deal with UWF. We can't get him. Okay, let's try to get him exclusive handshake. See if we can make that happen. You know what? Yeah, we're going to do it. We'll drop somebody else if we have to. We can't get him at all. See if we can get just in a regular handshake. Okay. Give that a shot. UWF's only got 4 months left anyway. So there we go. We just got a little aggressive. And we can take a look at some other action here. WWF on Prism, Demolition of the Killer Bees. That would have been a hell of a match. Nice 6-man. Rick Rude with the Wild Samoans. Nice. These are fun watching these. Saturday night's main event. Again, unfortunately, the Saturday night's main event runs every single Saturday night, even though we know it was a quarterly special. I'm going to lobby the creators of TEW 2020 and see if they can't make that in an update where we could actually have a television contract for a special. And we could program these a certain amount of specials in the game for Saturday night's main event. That would make total sense. to be able to do it that way. You could do a separate television contract instead of just running it as a TV show or as an event. If they had a thing for a special, we could make that happen. I'm going to shoot them an email and maybe they'll do it. I had previously sent them an email before when they were doing some crazy stuff with giving you, it was hurting your score if you were running a certain venue too often, which I found ridiculous because, if you're running as world class, you're running the Sportatorium. If you're running as uh, Memphis, they're running in the Louisville Garden every week. So I lobbied them and I was successful to get them to change it. So let's see if we can't shoot them an email and get them to do it again for us. Ooh, Hogan lost in a tag match. Wow. Wow, on NBC. Whoa, that's huge. That is huge. That's all I need to see because I don't know if I can handle that ridiculousness. So, folks, that's it for this episode. Please, if you haven't already, give us a like, click that subscribe button, help us continue to grow. And also, if you want this super mod, go to my website, www.braddrake.net/contact. Let me know you want it. I'll be more than happy to send over the link to you to the Google Drive page, and you can download the picture pack and the game from there. Also, last but definitely not least, if you want to talk about the 1987 Supermod with us, facebook.com/1987 Supermod, facebook.com/1987 Supermod. To quote the late, great Gordon Soley, so long for now.